Senior Trump administration officials have reportedly begun interrogating career civil servants within the White House National Security Council, NSC, asking intrusive questions about their political beliefs, voting history, and social media activity. These questions include demands about who they voted for in the 2024 presidential election, their political contributions, and any posts on social media that might be deemed incriminating by President-elect Donald Trump's team. Such actions raise significant concerns about the politicization of the federal government, particularly in areas traditionally considered nonpartisan. Outrageous and inappropriate behavior. This line of questioning is unprecedented and deeply troubling. In the United States, voting is conducted via a secret ballot to ensure that individuals' political choices remain private and protected. A person's vote or political affiliations do not determine their ability to execute their professional responsibilities or uphold their oath of office. The notion that civil servants could be penalized or scrutinized for these personal choices contradicts democratic principles. Most concerning, however, is the chilling implication of asking about potentially incriminating social media posts. The term incriminating suggests a selective and politically motivated standard, particularly given the administration's track record. It's worth noting that actual incriminating actions, such as instigating a violent insurrection, have been excused or justified by some within Trump's circle. Meanwhile, expressing support for peaceful democratic processes or opposing undemocratic actions could now be deemed incriminating in this warped framework. This approach reflects an effort to enforce loyalty to Trump rather than loyalty to the Constitution and democratic governance. A dangerous precedent. The politicization of the National Security Council, a body vital to U.S. foreign policy and national security, sets a dangerous precedent. Historically, career civil servants in such roles have operated with professionalism and impartiality, regardless of the administration in power. While presidents have the prerogative to appoint political allies to key positions, targeting career staff based on their political beliefs crosses a line. Such actions undermine the foundational principles of a merit-based, nonpartisan federal workforce. To understand the severity of this behavior, consider how atypical it is even for political appointees. While it is not unusual for a president to appoint ambassadors or cabinet officials aligned with their administration's policies and worldview, it would be highly irregular to ask those individuals about their voting history. For example, it's unimaginable to think of former Presidents Barack Obama or Joe Biden questioning appointees about their political choices. Such behavior would have sparked outrage and been condemned as a blatant violation of democratic norms. The implications for career civil servants. The pressure on career civil servants in the NSC poses a moral and professional dilemma. If these individuals lie about their political beliefs or voting history to retain their positions, they risk compromising their integrity and potentially violating security clearance requirements. On the other hand, telling the truth could result in their removal or marginalization, leaving critical roles in the hands of less qualified or overtly partisan individuals. This damned if you do, damned if you don't situation jeopardizes the quality and stability of government operations, particularly in areas as sensitive as national security. Double standards and media coverage. The hypocrisy surrounding this issue is glaring. If a Democratic administration engaged in similar behavior, the backlash from right-wing media and legacy outlets would be relentless. When Barack Obama wore a tan suit, it became a days-long controversy. Imagine the reaction if he or Biden had interrogated staff about their voting preferences or social media posts. The lack of equivalent outrage now highlights the complicity of certain media outlets in normalizing undemocratic behavior when it originates from the Republican Party. Legacy media also bears responsibility for failing to adequately spotlight these issues. The erosion of democratic norms under Trump's leadership often receives insufficient coverage or is framed in ways that normalize alarming behavior. This underscores the need for independent platforms committed to holding power accountable and providing accurate, unfiltered information. Weaponizing power and chilling dissent. Trump's approach to consolidating power includes weaponizing federal agencies against dissent. By targeting civil servants in the NSC, he signals an intention to prioritize loyalty to himself over competence and dedication to public service. This strategy is likely to extend beyond the intelligence community into other critical areas of government, such as the Department of Justice, DOJ, Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, and even agencies responsible for climate and disaster response. Imagine, for instance, a scenario where FEMA or the National Weather Service is purged of career professionals and replaced with partisan loyalists. The consequences for disaster response, public safety, and scientific integrity would be catastrophic. Such politicization undermines the government's ability to serve the American people effectively, especially in times of crisis. A call to action. The implications of this behavior are profound. If Trump's team begins their term by purging career professionals in national security, it's only a matter of time before similar litmus tests are applied across the federal government. This undermines the principles of meritocracy, impartiality, and professionalism that have long defined the U.S. civil service. It's imperative to resist normalizing these actions and to hold those in power accountable for their attempts to erode democratic institutions. Independent journalism plays a crucial role in exposing and countering these threats. Platforms committed to fearless reporting and accountability, such as Democracy Watch and Democracy Docket, provide essential resources for staying informed and engaged. They are vital in ensuring that these issues receive the attention they deserve and that citizens have the tools to push back against authoritarian tendencies. The interrogation of NSC staff based on their political beliefs is a harbinger of broader efforts to politicize the federal government. It's a direct attack on democratic norms and institutions, with far-reaching implications for national security, public safety, and civil liberties. By shedding light on these actions and refusing to normalize them, journalists, citizens, and public servants alike can work to safeguard the integrity of American democracy.